First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and the ourselves Greek millstone, while it is truth, and also to the Ophilat that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great, powerful lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type of the lesson is massive data breach. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today, listen, have a quick news article here by CBS News. And it reads that hackers may have stolen your social security number in a massive breach. Here's what to know. Say a new lawsuit is claiming hackers have gained access to the personal information of billions of individuals, including their social security numbers, current and past addresses, and the name of siblings and parents, to personal data that could allow fraudsters to infiltrate financial accounts or take out loans in their name. So we see it right here. This is very major. But one thing about it, we know that this is another snare or trap. You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We already know that he's trying to bring forth his agenda, to put this new system into place. We already know all roads lead to that grain of rice. So right now it's saying that these hackers, had hacked, pretty much everyone in America's social security number. Say a major breach. How did this happen? Was this manufactured? Was this by design? And one thing about the men of the Lord, we constantly warn you all these things that they're constantly putting into place. One thing about it, we know that right now we're very close to this transition appear into this digital society, as we'll be dealing with your biometrics. So let's get a little bit of this news article right here. Let's get a little bit more of this news article. Let's get this video clip right quick. One moment.
Personal information compromised in a large-scale hack. The hacking group known as USDOD says it compromised nearly 3 billion records, including people's social security numbers. The group allegedly targeted the system of national public data back in April. The company is used by businesses and investigators to do background checks. It's currently unclear exactly how many people were affected. CBS News senior business and technology correspondent Jolene Kent is in Los Angeles for more on this. Jolene, it's not just social security numbers. What was taken?
Yeah, social security numbers, past and current addresses, names of siblings, all kinds of information was taken. The good news is finally this organization has acknowledged that this did happen, and they do plan, after this lawsuit was filed, to notify people who've been affected. But what you really want to do when it comes to protecting yourself in this situation is a lot of the things we've always talked about, but this is also coming recommended by the organization that was targeted. You want to freeze your credit first and foremost. I know it sounds like it could be complicated, but it's actually very simple. It's free. You want to do that with all 3 credit bureaus. And we're talking about 2.7 billion records that were accessed. It could very well have affected you. Chances are, yes, your social security number, your past addresses, your current addresses are probably already out there available on the dark web. But what you want to do is do that freezing at Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Do the credit security freeze as soon as you can.
Okay, I'm just writing this down because I need to make sure that I do this. So is this something that everybody should do regardless of whether you think you may have been part of this hack? Would you know if your information was part of this hack?
Yeah, National Public Data says that they will inform those who have been affected, but, that can take a long time. And so if you just want to take precautions.
So we just got enough of this, but I got another video to bring it out a little bit more. But we see it right here that this man is constantly bringing forth all sorts of chaos. We seeing right now that, I think it was 2.9 billion people, saying that their social security number, also their phone number, their children's, their parents, pretty much everything about you, and also your financial information. So this sounds just like to me, This, you know what I'm saying? This man is getting ready to roll out this new system. You know, he can say, hey, you know, this done happen, that done happen, or we got a breach, so now we got to bring you up on this new system, you know. So they getting away, they getting coming away from all of this. Your social security card, Salakia, your driver license, all these things, they're getting ready to do away with these things. Now they all of a sudden now it's a major breach. So now let's go here and let's get this video right here, you know, bring it out a little bit more.
A major hack followed by a leak means some of your most sensitive personal information may already be exposed.
And we are talking about social security numbers and more. Fox 5's Josh Rosenthal tonight in Northwest with what you need to know.
Your social security number, my social security number, all of our social security numbers potentially hacked.
Is this legit that every American's social security number may be out there?
Yeah, it's very possible.
Here's the deal. A group of hackers reportedly claims to have stolen nearly 3 billion records of personal information, including names, social security numbers, and addresses. Then, it was all leaked. It's believed the information comes from a business called National Public Data, which, according to its website, is used by other companies to obtain criminal records, background checks, and more.
I think people should be very upset about this. They should ask, why is this company, why do they have all of that information? And when they had it, who was making sure that they were protecting it?
Lou Raban, CEO of Cyber Defense Group, told us this is a big deal and Americans should be concerned. However, he also acknowledged that because this type of thing seems to happen so frequently, a lot of people, including some we talked to Wednesday in Northwest, have what Raban refers to as breach fatigue.
I try to be concerned, but it's really difficult nowadays. Like, it's impossible.
You kind of feel like your information's already out there.
Yeah, I think so.
We did reach out to that company, National Public Data, looking for comment, but so far, we've yet to hear back. Guys.
So we see right here, this sounds like a reset. So we already know that they're getting ready to put this system into place. So all of a sudden now, 2.9 billion people have their social security number, all their personal information, has been pretty much hacked or cyber attack. Got to be careful what we say. But we see right here that that this seems like a reset. This new system that they're getting ready to put into play. One thing about it, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. Let's start off here. 2 Amos chapter 2, I've been quoting it. Second Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11 said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his device. The physical counterpart of Satan is what the modern day so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that advantage that he's trying to get is what? Total control. This new system that he's trying to put into play, telling you about this major breach or whatever, like this order out of chaos. He going to constantly bring forth all these different situations, these events to bring forth his agenda. All right, this has happened, but we have the answer here. This grain of rice, and not about devices goes into his agenda, his plot, his plan, his mindset. So that's where we're very close. We seeing this is a major thing. Dealing with your personal information. So if could this be the reset? This man right here is constantly moving under the radar. But one thing about the men of the Lord, we're constantly shedding light on him through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And also the Lord is making him bear each and every day. So let's read in NLT. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. That's right. So right now we know that he's getting ready to roll it out right before our eyes. The devil's getting ready to come down with great wrath. Let's go here very short lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashah. I've seen some other guys going into it. And one thing about it, just every day this man is constantly putting it right in your face. All of a sudden, this done happen. People, really basically identity theft. You're doing it right before your eyes. So let's go here to Proverbs chapter 29. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, it said, so when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. So that's what we seeing each and every day. You know, the nation divides, all sorts of uncertainty, you know, unrighteous decree that they constantly bringing forth, and they're just everything just, you know, very a very dark reality is that we're facing. We seeing right now, one thing behind another. Now, all of a sudden, you know, this done happen. You know, we already know about it's election time, so we already know they're gonna be pulling all sorts of things out of their hat. So let's read in NLT. It said, when the godly are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked are in power, they groan. So right now, who is in charge? You know what I'm saying? When you go to Job chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom. And one thing about it that we seeing right now that, you know, the earth, you know, the whole entire world is what is out of course right now. You know what I'm saying? This place right now, it just, you know, we seeing right now that this is ridiculous. You know, we have a weak leader. You know, our economy is constantly circling the drain. The nation is divided. You know, all sorts of things are happening. You know, and we're seeing that these nations also are coming in alliance against America. So these things are happening. So we're seeing right now people are mourning. You know, constantly. You know what I'm saying? Speaking out. You know, a lot of people are very, very having a very vexatious spirit. You know, we're seeing right now we're in some very turbulent times, some pearly time. So let's read it once again. It said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. So that's exactly what's happening. You know, order out of chaos, one thing behind another. You know what I'm saying? This devil is not going to stop till the Lord cut him off. And the one thing about it, you know, when the righteous are in authority, people will rejoice. So we will be rejoicing very soon. Esau is the end of this earth, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So now let's go here to Psalm chapter 94. Psalm chapter 94 and verse 20. Psalm chapter 94 and verse 20. One moment. Let's see here. Let's get here. Here it is here. Psalm chapter 94 verse 20 says, Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framest mischief by a law? So that's what we constantly seeing right now, you know, the throne of iniquity. You know, they constantly framing mischief with a law. You know, he's saying that this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. So you already know they're going to come with this, some type of mandate, some type of a law they always putting into place. All this has happened, so we're going to have to do this or do that. You know, we got to bring forth this new system. You know, all this has been breached. We're going to do away with this. We're going to bring this, you know, so these unrighteous decrees, you know what I'm saying? So let's read in NLT. It says, it said, can unjust leaders claim that the Almighty is on their side? Leaders who decrees or laws permit injustice. So that's what we see in each and every day. All sorts of unrighteous decree, unjust. You know, but the Lord's getting ready to bring forth justice back upon this earth, you know, that judgment. So we're seeing right now that this man is setting up these snares and these traps. You know, he's getting ready to bring forth this new system into play, this digital society. It's also is going to be dealing with your biometric once again. You know, so the throne of iniquity. We're seeing it right now, framing mischief with a law. So that law is getting ready to come into play. You know, so you will not be able to buy or sell if you do not take it in your right hand or in your forehead. So a lot of things are coming into play, a lot of mandates, these lockdowns, you know, all sorts of things are coming at a fast pace, you know, so we got to be constantly watching, you know, praying, being circumspect, redeeming the time wisely. We living in the end time, real time. Verse 21 said, they gather themselves together against the souls of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. Verse 22 said, but the Lord is my defense and my power. Said, is the rock of my refuge. You know, one thing about the Lord going to be a stronghold in that time of trouble. You know, said wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. Verse 23 said, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Say, yea, the Lord our power shall cut them off. So that's what the Lord's getting ready to do. He's getting ready to cut this wicked man off. You know, it's Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. We know that he's getting ready to bring forth this new system. We know that he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, but the Lord is getting ready to cut him off. He will not be able to perform his enterprise. So we're seeing this major breach. And one thing about it, was it by design, was it manufactured, but it was all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So let's go to our last and final script. So we know that he's setting up all these snares and these traps, A lot of people going to get caught up in this in this evil net. So we know that we're very close of these times. It's right at the door. Let's go here to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12. We'll close that here. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12. He said, for a man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in a evil net. And as the birds that are caught in the snares are traps, so are the sons of men snared in a evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. So that's what's getting ready to happen. When they say peace and safety, peace and security, then total destruction will come upon you. So we seeing right now these things are moving at a fast pace. We seeing right now that this devil is constantly getting busy. All of a sudden, this breach, that breach. They constantly bring it left and right. They're not slacking down for a moment. We're seeing that these prophecies are constantly rolling left and right, and a lot of people gonna get caught up in that evil net. That evil time of trouble that we've never seen before. Jacob trouble, the hour of temptation, also that grain of rice. Let's read it in the NLT. It said, people can never predict when hard times might come. It said, like fish in a net or birds in a trap, people are caught by sudden tragedy. So that's what getting ready to happen. So right now we're seeing about this breach. You'll never know. They could come out with something and say, hey, we're going to have to do this. Hey, a lot of people, information got breached, and they stole a lot of people's identity. So now we got a new system in the place. We're going to do away with these social security cards and everything. We're coming with this basic universal basic income, and all you have to do is take it under the skin. So a lot of people gonna get caught up in that evil net. And one thing about it, you know about a fish, when it get caught up in the net, it's trapped. So just like a bird, if it get caught up in a net, it's trapped. It cannot escape. So one thing about it is that we seeing right now, a lot of our people gonna get caught up in that evil net. They gonna line up and fall right into this trap. So these lies and the deception, these lying wonders. And one thing about the mental law, we foresee as the evil. We know exactly what this red devil is trying to do. He's trying to bring forth this new system, bring down this old one and bring in the new. Say the NWO, say total control. We are here. It is at the door. So now, the title of the day lesson, once again, is Massive Data Breach. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahushua Ba'ashim, Rikah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.